Welcome back to the channel, friends. Today we're taking a look at a game called Second Stone: The Legend of the Hidden World. This is a promising, beautiful, and fantastic story-driven action-adventure RPG. Now there's lots to like about this one, including an expansive world. This game has an awesome gear, magic, and rune system. The handles in this particular title are very, very good. And I'm pretty sure there's even a little mini card game, perhaps similar to the ones made famous by, the Final Fantasy series, Final Fantasy 8 and 9. We'll definitely have to explore a little bit more about it. I'm really excited to dive on in. Now, if you want to check out this game for yourself, currently there is no info about the release plans, but it's on Steam. Definitely one for the wish list if you like what you're seeing here today. Now, I do foresee this video being quite long, so let's just hop on in. Smash the like button if you like the content. Consider subscribing if you are new here. And please let me know your thoughts and observations in the comment section below. I'm going to grab my controller, and let's rock and roll. Alright, so the first thing you're probably noticing about the game is the wonderful and beautiful game world, right? Nice colors, nice lush graphics. I really do like the appeal of this game. Now, as far as handles go, something that I really do like about this title, it's nice and tight, right? Like, check that out with the joystick. Definitely use a controller for this one. We have a double jump on X, okay? And we also have like this dodge on circle. I'm using a PS4 controller. So that's nice. You can pair that with your air commands, right? And you can seemingly do it as long as you have some air. Looks like we have Zinnia asking us where we're going. Well, we'll figure that out in just a moment. Now, as far as combat goes, on the square key, or the square button on the controller, we have a nice fast attack of a dagger. We also have a secondary sword that we can equip. Remains to be seen if you can get other items, but nice, fast, smooth combat. And of course, you have air attacks as well. You can chain those together. All kinds of good stuff. We also have magic. So on the triangle key, I have a fireball. You simply hold it down and you aim it, and then bam, right? You fire that off, and then right trigger as well. Looks like we have a couple of other slots for spells. And then on left trigger, I have a shield. Okay, we got some healing potions on the D-pad over there if you look in the bottom left. And that's also how I changed my weapon. And then furthermore, the inventory screen. So this is where you can actually... This is kind of where the game opens up a little bit. You have these, what's called ember stones, or rough stones, basically, of different elements. You have a tide stone, ember stone. And as we collect more and more of these, we can upgrade the stone. And it's going to unlock different effects. Now, what's cool about this game is you can actually choose where you want to deploy this stone, and you can remove them and replace them as you like. So for instance, if I put this rough ember stone in my weapon, it's going to give my weapon fire elemental damage, right? And you can mod up your different weapons as you see fit. Remains to be seen if we get other weapons as well, of course, but in the magic armlet here, if we have these stones, it's going to give us access to magic. And like I said, if you just keep upgrading your stone, you're going to get access to other spells, other effects, and things of the like. And it also increases your stats. Your stats are down in the bottom left there. And then furthermore, you can put these same stones into armor as well. And then, of course, that armor will give you protection against certain things. And then not to mention there's... it seems like there's going to be a bunch of weapons that we collect in this game, which is awesome. You have the magic armlet, right? So you can throw in the Inferno armlet, Gauntlet of the Storm, Warrior's Handguard. It's all going to do different things. Namely, it looks like the stats upgraded. They have a different quantity of mana stones to them. The magic armlet's all about casting spells. Let's keep that on for now. And then as far as the armor goes, right? A bunch of different things. Maybe we can put together different builds. And we also have relics that we'll be collecting. So that's pretty much the basics of the game. Let's go ahead and go on an adventure. I think you'll really enjoy this game if you like action RPG types. So let's go ahead, let's proceed. And you get a little cinematic, right? It is a story-driven type game. So you're leaving now, huh? But you'll be back soon, right? No, you won't be away for long, but promise me you'll... So I'm not sure if that's like a love interest or exactly what. If that's the person we're supposed to save, or what's going on exactly. Maybe she was taken by the dark side or something. But the story officially begins with that little cinematic. So that's pretty much all we have to go off of from a story perspective. And it looks like we're just a wanderer, a drifter. But nice graphics, right? Looks good. Game looks real good. For its early demo form. I was really impressed by this one. Spent like 10 minutes just learning the ropes a little bit. Vetting it out to see if it's fit for the channel. It definitely is. This game's great. It's pretty cool looking gear. A wasteland drifter, perhaps. A desert drifter. Right, very cool. Second stone, the legend of the hidden world. So let's go ahead and get on into it. I'm sure you guys are like, let's get into it. Yeah, let's get into it for sure.
1,000 years ago, a new world was built in 6 days.
That's quite the feat.
A name was bestowed upon each day of the world's creation. The day of premonition, insurgence, upheaval, malediction, dissonance, and conservation. On the 6th and final day, 2 ethereal stones were created.
Gotta wonder if we can get our hands on those.
They are known as the Stones of Dusk and Dawn.
The Dusk and Dawn stones.
The harmony of the whole world is kept in place by these luminary stones of balance. These 2 stones have never been found.
Well, hopefully we can find them and put them in our weapons.
Past, the world and its inhabitants lived in peace and harmony. Plentiful harvests, health, prosperity, and happiness were the cornerstones of their lives. It was believed that the source of this affluence were their fabled spirits, mysterious specters which followed them through each of their lives. Sometimes, if one listened hard enough, their whispers could be heard. The spirits' mere existence was seen as an affirmation of character and a sign they were blessed by the gods. A mark that symbolized life. However, in the forest surrounding the quaint village of Arimaya, the vigilant young hunter, Gren, rescued a wayward child, who mysteriously lacked a guardian spirit. Against the fear and doubt of many, Gren decided to accept the boy into his home and raise him as his own, bestowing upon him the name Shiren.
And that's, of course, the main hero, Shiren.
Years passed as the cursed boy grew healthy and strong, despite his guardian spirit never returning to him.
So we're cursed because we don't have a guardian spirit?
He continued to train, working towards his dream of becoming an adventurer. An adventurer who would explore the hidden corners of the world.
Let's do it.
Hoping that one day, he would find his lost spirit.
Well, let's do it. Let's go find the lost spirits. Absolutely. Looks like we're plunging to the lush jungle. Got some good foot speed here. Just athletic, right? All around athletic. Flying through the air. It looks like we set our sights on maybe the desert temple. Alright, here we be. Alright, fantastic. So, I'm given control. So let's explore. You can always press the select key to check out a map, right? There's a couple of different, I guess, points of interest. And then, of course, the map there in your top right. Let's go ahead. Our main objective is to find our way to the temple entrance. Reach the power bead on top of the temple wall is a nearby treasure hunt. So let's go ahead and destroy these barrels and crates and whatnot. Collect some gold. It remains to be seen what gold is for exactly, but my guess is probably a shop. And then down here we have... So this right here is a crystal. You want to harvest this for these ember stones, okay? And then I'll kind of walk you through this. Looks like we got a healing potion there as well. Fantastic. Now, what we can do with these rough ember stones that we got, we actually have several copies of them, so we can upgrade light copies. And it looks like we need a total of 4 experience into it to upgrade it to its next tier. And then it'll go to level 2, and then we'll be able to unlock different effects depending on which item or armor or armlets that we throw it in. Okay? So that's how it works. Looks like we have a little squishy right here, man. Bam. Alright. Hey, how about this? A chest. Fantastic. What do we find in here? Healing potion. I mean, useful. Always. Energy potion. Looks like our healing potion pouch is full. We got an energy potion there. Okay. Another one of these crystals. Not bad at all. Let's go ahead and level up our emberstone. Looks like we'll have enough. Alright, you bet. We got 3 more of those. So let's go ahead and upgrade this thing. Fuse to the next tier, you bet. And now we need 12. But we have a fine emberstone. And this is going to help us customize our spells further. So cluster bomb or scatter shot. Your fire effects now set enemies on fire, burning them over time. Your spells create cluster bombs that on hit explode in an area. I like that. And then for our charge spell, we still have fireball. Looks like I don't have access to incinerate yet. No, that's level 3. Okay, cool. And what I do like about this game is it's forgiving, right? So if I want to pull this out and throw it on my weapon, I certainly can, right? So that's cool. Let's find some more crystals. Looks like we have a blue one over there. Okay. Waypoint discovered. All right, so there's fast travel. Probably makes sense in an expensive game like this. And I think there was something atop this little terrace. Yeah, over here. So when I mentioned in the intro, there might be like some sort of card game. So check this out. I don't know anything about this other than this right here. So Ice Shards, Mana Clash playing card. Okay? Mana Clash is a dice battle or card game where strategy meets fate. Choose your hero, equip powerful gear, and harness elemental forces to build your deck. Use this card to improve your deck and battle players around the world to earn gold and unlock new cards. Right? So, reminds me of like Triple Triad in Final Fantasy VIII. Where you're running around and, you know, random people in the game world they know how to play cards and you can play them.
Pardon?
So Jace, the blue card sage, a stranger in my spot, bold. Are you here to challenge me in Mana Clash? Never played? It's a strategic game of cards and dice, pure brilliance. You're disturbing my focus. Come back when you got a deck worth shuffling. Alright, so he insults us. Basically calls us a noob. I mean, he's not wrong. He's not wrong. Of course, there's a lot of platforming in this game, but it's done well because your character has such good handles. So let's go ahead and take the plunge into the sea. Getting some golden face, you bet. Let's go ahead and grab this crystal. Alright, Tidestone. Only got one of those, and let's go swimming. Okay, so we do have our dash in water. So how do I dive? That's how we dive. How about this? Treasure chest, submerged. A fine Tidestone. Okay, that's good. So if I throw the Tidestone in my weapon, do I like the daggers? Yeah, let's go with the daggers. I like the fast attack. So this is going to give damage boost plus 12 and effect unlocks soak. Soak says your water effects dampen your enemies, making them vulnerable to lightning and ice damage. Bonus effect plus 2 intelligence plus 4 expertise. Not bad at all. Let's go ahead and throw that directly into our dagger. Cool. So I like that system. It's compelling. Gotta wonder what other stones are out there and what like some supreme stones look like. It looks like we have some enemies. So let's go ahead and learn a little bit more about combat, I suppose. Alright, what's up, man? So I like chaining air attacks in this one. 12-hit combo, awesome. That's right, we're just getting warmed up here. And another chest over here, man. Good stuff. A stable ore. Time has molded the properties of the stone used to upgrade weapons. Okay, so is there like a forge system at work? Yeah, because you don't put that in your weapons. Instead, maybe there's a forge system or something like that. And you really gotta wonder like what other weapons there might be in this game. Looks like we have a chest right there. Let's take this while I'm looking at it. Alright, you bet. Let's get it. Enchanted Crystal Shard, a magic relic from an ancient civilization. Increases magic damage dealt. So is that a relic then? It is. Okay, cool. Definitely throw that on. How about that? We can edge grab. That's not bad. What does this do? How about this? We got a little secret. Let's harvest these Ember Stones. Be able to get it upgraded again. Looks like we have, what, 6 or 7 of them? Terrific. You bet. Let's get in here. What do we have? Fire God's Amulet. Magical relic from an ancient civilization. Your physical attacks decrease your target's fire resistance by 20% for 7 seconds. So another relic, presumably. Yeah, there it is. Alright, nice. Good find. Alright, so I think we should probably explore this base level first. Looks like there might be a couple of things to collect here. A couple more enemies. Looks like these will trigger something, like open up a door. Okay, so that will turn on the platforms. Got it? Got some squishy slimes here. Dagger, man, it just seems powerful. Right, 3-hit combo, not bad. Another one of these. We'll be able to upgrade our Ember Stones. Maybe we can get like the next tier of one. I guess, I don't know. We'll have to see. Anything else that I'm missing here? Absolutely, I'm missing something right there. Let's carve this up. Alright, looks like the base layer is explored, which is good. Let's go ahead and let's mess around with these. Alright, so we have to find Ember Stone. Let's upgrade. Fuse the next tier already. Wow. Never mind. 10 of 12. So we're almost there. And I think the question remains, like, do we rock... Like, do I run 2 Tide Stones, or do we just allocate it all to the Fine Tide Stone to get it to the next tier faster? I guess we'll have to kind of... We'll have to see as we go. What makes most sense? Probably depends on the abundance of said stones. Fury Potion. Used to empower your abilities, increasing your strength and intelligence for 1 minute. Not bad. That is, of course, on left D-pad. Alright, so let's begin scaling this little temple. Little platforming action, you bet. Alright, so the spells, yeah. Let's try out the spells here. Looks like we don't quite have the range. How about that? 1,234 damage. That seems like a lot, man. Let's get in on this guy. Seems like a menacing foe. Okay, so if I'm in the air and I use the spell button, you come crashing down like a meteor smash. Alright, down goes the spellcaster. That guy had some staying power, but we took him out. And let's keep on moving. Alright, a chest right up there. We'll certainly want to grab that. Chests have been good to us so far. Some more Tide Stones. I mean, absolutely. Let's grab it. Let's try out the other weapon. The longsword. Right, Ancestral Tree Branch. A magical relic from an ancient civ. Greatly increase max health. I like the sounds of that. Okay, so I can only have 2 on at once. Well, I think it's pretty obvious the Enchanted Crystal Shard is doing great things. I mean, I did a terrific amount of damage there, man. Bam. 1234. Giant hit. At least I think. At least I think. Alright, what do we have here? Spectral Ore. Used to upgrade weapons. Okay. So, we'll have to learn a little bit more about the crafting system. I would assume that there's one in this game if there's an weapon upgrade system, right? So not only can you imbue your weapons with these stones, these runes, you can upgrade your weapon further at what I would assume is a forge or something of the like. So now we can select 2 spell customizations, so Cluster Bomb, Scatter Shots, or Power. Your fire effects now set enemies on fire, burning them over time. Or excuse me, Power is your spells deal 30% more damage. Let's go Cluster Bomb and Power. And then Fireball or Incinerate. So Fireball is launching a fireball. This is send a slow-moving stream of flames. I like the Fireball. A little bit longer range. Alright, good deal. And it looks like up we go. Alright, nice. Got a nice little cache of crystals right here, man. Let's grab it. Waypoint discovered. Fantastic. And you'll certainly have to let me know if there's other games out there that this one reminds you of. It definitely reminds me of something from like the PlayStation 2 era with that, you know, impeccable level of polish on it that you can unlock with PC quality, right? Alright, so we got the squishy right here, man. Alright, squishy. Let's go up. There's a treasure chest up there above us. Seems like maybe I could just ledge grab that, maybe. Nope, not quite. Oh man, almost got it. No ledge grabbing that. Alright, so maybe we gotta come from more of the top down. Looks like there's another moving platform up there just a little bit more. So maybe we actually have to go this way. We'll have to see. It looks like there's a question mark on the map as well. So can I like... Looks like maybe I can. Maybe I have to like jump down. You know what I mean? Seemed like that was a pretty obvious way, though. Just got to get better at platforming, I suppose. Alright, here we go. Gonna get this flower. Little squishy flower thing. And that'll give you a bonus jump. You can still double jump after hitting the flower. Okay, here we go. Now we're up to like the next tier. I should be able to probably get that other one. Alchemist Notebook. Greatly increases the potency of all potions, okay? And that's not bad. What do we have here? We have an energy potion. Alright, it's gonna be energized, I suppose. Alright, here's this chest. The elusive chest. What do we get in this one? Brave Hero's Gorget. Greatly increases physical damage dealt. I mean, do we rock a physical magical? Maybe. Is there anything up here even a little bit further? Looks like there's a torch or something up there, but I don't see any gear to grab. Or any treasure chest. Alright, new treasure hunt. Reach the power bead on top of the temple wall. So we did that. I'm seeing another question mark on the map, though. Okay, defeat the blue card sage in Monoclash. Rank 5 duelist. Alright. So that's registered on the map. We'll have to go back and do that once we learn how to play cards, I suppose. Alright, so we have this power bead. Let's grab it. What does this do? The wonderments of our hero. He's real satisfied with this find. Throws it in the back pocket. Power bead. Can be used to increase the power level of your astral tablet, increasing your overall strength and helping you overcome any obstacles. Okay. Alright, so I think I want to rock physical and magical. I mean, you had me at the idea of greatly increasing. And of course, there's locked up slots. Maybe that ancestral tablet is the way, because I'm not seeing that power bead. It's not a relic, right? It's something else. So I'll have to learn more about it as we go. But we have an upper terrace. Let's go ahead and check this out. Alright, so it looks like we're exploring the temple ruins, and what do you know? A big lizard kind. First boss fight, perhaps. Alright, let's show them what we got. Let's show them what we got. Start things off with a salvo of spells. Let's go. Well, this guy looks like a brute. Just a physical brute. Okay. Let's Pretty basic attack to dodge. I like it because you can, like, stall in air, like, quite a bit. And just dice them up in air. And then you can always just dodge out of it if you like. Looks like we're hurting just a little bit. Took a couple of hits early on here. That broad strike gets me every time, man. Alright, let's go ahead and pound on a healing potion. 69, nice. Alright, let's go. We're like above his strike. At least we were. I'll have to figure out what the blocking mechanic is all about. Okay, I'm not sure what that was. I pressed the left trigger in air, and it did that. Is that like a way to dodge maybe a little bit? That's right, get flamed up there, pal. Maybe taking this guy from range is more viable. Let's hit him with some ice magic. Must be out of mana. I am out of mana. Okay. Really? You still got me with that, pal? Alright, this guy's piling on the damage a little bit. Let's make sure we heal up. I think the daggers are certainly the way. Looks like we get something called an advantage. Must be because we're using, what, the water element? Alright, so down he goes, or what? Man, we're remaining quite stoic in the face of certain death. Okay, so now we got a little fire arena. So he's going to shorten the distance we have. This boss is all about dodging at the right time mid-air. Like so. Let's dice him up. Wow. Let's pound down a healing potion again here, guys. Can we just tank him? This guy just wild swings, man. Alright, so he got me bad there. Didn't notice his health bar at the bottom. So he's almost dead, but so am I. Alright, down he goes. By way of the fire magic. And a pretty challenging boss fight. Absolutely. What do we get? I mean, we obviously need to get some healing for sure. But close quarters with that guy is a nightmare, frankly. An aether bead can be used to greatly increase the power level of the astral tablet. Okay, so we have to learn more about the astral tablet. And a fine emberstone. That's a great find. Great find. Anything else? Doesn't look like it. We are hurting. Now, I know that there was some healing potions down below. I think we should probably seek those. We probably should. There's a healing potion right there, right? I'm just gonna make a quick detour. Like, here's one. Full recovery. Well, that's perfect. Alright, not bad. A worthy pit stop if you ask me. The movements feel nice and fluid in this game. Like, if you're gonna be a platformer game, you gotta have, good handles. Gotta have good movements, and this game certainly does. It feels good. The game gives you a lot of tools by way of character motion to really sort of just personalize the experience a little bit, right? You got a lot of control over your character, which is great. So let's go ahead and head on into the temple. But first, let's figure out what we're doing with I mean, do I upgrade this again? We have a fine emberstone. Do I fuse that in? Do we maybe throw... Okay, so we have a pristine emberstone now. Interesting. When did that become pristine? Oh, when we got... Right. Yeah, when we level it up to 3. Got it. I mean, we can always level this stuff up later. But we should probably throw something. I mean, this is going to make our attack way stronger. Like, look at that attack, right? So I probably should consider... So it looks like the Tide Stones increase intelligence. The Ember Stones increase strength. So I think I do want to rock 2 Tide Stones. So we have another fine Tide Stone now. And our character got a lot stronger. So make sure you're doing that for sure. Rough Tide Stone. Can almost get it up to the next tier. But we're rocking like two Tide Stones. So maybe there's another element we can throw on our magical bar. And we can focus the Tide Stones for weapon attack. And then our armor as well. The Sealed Vault. Okay. Right, what do we have here? Premonition.
Beginning of our end. Once we soared, dragons and men. Our end began not with war, but with a gaze. Cold, ancient, distant.
So we're going to be fighting a dragon in here then? We fought a lizard. What is this? Power bead. Astral tablet again. Another power bead. Okay. Couple of power beads. We have our waypoint. Alright. What do we have down here? What is this? A locked door with the place for a circular object in it. Alright, so we got some Resident Evil stuff going on. Very dark in here. Hard to see anything, really. That must be the circular object, though. What do you think? I think so. It's definitely circular. So we saw something, right? Perhaps this astral tablet here is... Well, this is the astral tablet. Okay. Gives you strength beyond the realm of comprehension. You can access the astral tablet from the equipment menu. So we got it. Okay. Press A and use power beads to level up your character. Alright. Insurgents. So doppelganger. Shift warping creates a mirror image of yourself that mimics your moves for 7 seconds. The mirror image deals 20% of your total damage. And then Brawler increases your strength by 6. Okay, so if I... Can I switch path? Premonition. Invisibility. Okay. Increases your expertise by 7. Expertise must be critical. And then we have Upheaval. Mage Walk. Shift warping increases the damage done by your spells by 20%. In addition, initiating a shift warp unleashes a powerful magical explosion based on the monostone attached to your primary weapon. Intellect by 8. Let's do Insurgents. Oh, so you get these... I see. Okay. So different qualities of bead in these different categories are going to do different things. So we got an Aether bead. 30% total damage. Strength by 12. So I think the question is... So you can actually remove it. Okay, cool. That's a fun little system. You can do different builds with it, right? Oh, I see. So these different slots will do something different. Okay, got it. Gleaming Blast. Your quick spells have a 20% chance to create an energy charge. You probably have to do them in sequence, I would guess. Do I just not... I mean, I have beads, right? Maybe that one just isn't unlocked yet. Maybe it requires an Aether bead to unlock it. Yeah, because look, it's locked up, right? So if I remove this bead... If I remove this bead... Got it. Okay. So you need the Aether bead. I think, yeah, I'm alright with this. Or maybe we can only have one. One active for now. Okay. I know we have a few more of these power beads. It's an interesting little system. So Death Blow increases damage of perfectly timed charged spells and weapon attacks by 20%. Unyielding vigor and base health by 10. I think that's, yeah, that's all we have in the top right there. Alright, nice. So it looks like you have the flexibility and freedom to change that as you like. Lots of customization options with this game, or so I'm learning. Cool, man. Let's find some more cards and play that card game. I want to see what the card game's like. Main objective, attach 4 power beads to the astral tablet to open the gates. Believe we have 4. Let's open up the gate, man. Let's get in there. Now make sure you take that astral tablet before you go. I mean, it clearly got consumed by that door. Do we still have it? Yeah, we still have it. Alright, cool. Let's go. Alright, so we got enemies abound. What's up, man? Take that 1739 hits. That's right. Find your way through the temple. Find a way to open the ancient gates. Nearby treasure hunts. Okay. Strike an ancient cube with the monostone powered weapon to move it. Hit it with the spell to move it even further. Okay, got it. We got some company. We got the locals. So I get pulsed down by fire magic. Who's this guy? Balagamoth, the Risen Flame. Well, you just don't have what it takes, pal. Risen Flame, man. I will shower you in flame. How about that? Alright, down he goes. Just got ragdolled. Get some fine ember stones. Okay, nice. Crimson ore. Use to upgrade weapons. Cool, man. More fine ember stones. Little mini boss fight. Not a big deal at all. And we get more of these tide stones. Gotta wonder what other elements there are. A rough tide stone to be refined. Got a treasure chest up there. I'm seeing it. And one up there as well. Okay. Another crimson ore. Nice. Alright, what do we have in here? Tome of Light. Increases light damage done by 30%. So you gotta think there's probably a quote-unquote light ember stone, if you know what I mean. There's gotta be. Alright, so these, we're gonna have to, like, manipulate them and push them around. Although, so far, I think we're fine. Maybe in the next area or something. Is there anything back here? Doesn't look like it. Okay, let's keep going. What is this? Nothing, just a decoration on the wall. Looks pretty fancy. Is there anything down here that I missed? I don't think so. That's where this one dude's in shambles, right? Yeah. Looks like I got everything. Alright, so these. Looks like we have an item up there, okay? Okay, so you can push this. I've got to be able to clear it. I've got to be able to get up there. Can I ledge grab this? What's over here? Anything? Nothing. Alright, so we gotta be able to get up. Okay, so you have an elevated platform right here. Okay, got it. Alright, here we go. What is this? First keystone piece. Curiously shaped old device. Find and combine the other keystone pieces scattered around this area. They must be part of some ancient mechanism. Alright, we certainly will. Alright, so here we go. We're coming up on the nearby treasure hunt and a waypoint. Well, let's get it. Alright, what is this? Is that another power bead? Sure looks like it. Power bead. Alright, nice. So I certainly know what to do with that. Let's go ahead and open up this ancestral tablet. And let's just keep throwing it in insurgents. Bam. Almost got it maxed out. Mana Frenzy. Increases the damage done by your attacks by 30% when your mana is at half or lower. Right, so it's very dark in here. Get a full recovery and a waypoint. Use fire attacks or spells to ignite certain objects to light the way. Okay, got it. Get a spectral ore. Not bad. Okay. Alright, there you go. Anything up here that I'm missing? Doesn't look like it. Let's go ahead and pulse this one down. Alright, nice. Just light the way, right? Create some nice fireplace ambiance, perhaps. Alright, let's hit this. Looks like we have a creeper. Don't know what you're gonna do, man, but get wrecked. Skelly, what up? Get wrecked. That's right. More rough emberstones. Good stuff. Got some gold. In fact, we got plenty of gold. Lots of gold. Get wrecked, man. Just don't have what it takes. Let's hit this. And try to observe what happens. Okay, so the platforms start to move. Okay, got it. Let's light that one up. Pristine Rhinestone. Test your weapon. Freezing Hailstorm. Okay, cool. So now we have ice magic. So let's remove this. Let's throw that on. Pristine Rhinestone. I mean, it sounds great. It's pristine. Glacial Orb. Yeah. I'm a fan. Throw it on. So we have Pierce Acceleration and Power. Spells move faster. Spells pierce enemies. Well, let's do Piercing, more damage. Ice Spear. Glacial Orb. I think you probably need the Spear. try this one out. Alright, I like that quite a bit. I like it. $4,077 damage and it pierces right on through. Pretty enjoyable stuff to watch. Alright, more rough emberstones. What else do we got? Here's another one of these. Looks like that's going to lower some platforms and the like. Did I already hit this one? I have. What is this? Alright, nice. We got the second key piece. Good stuff. Let's light that one up. Let there be light. Alright, so as far as this area goes, I mean, I think we have to start traversing the platforms. Get up to this elevated portion, I think. So let's do it. Is there anything that I'm kind of missing? Not really. Alright, here we go. Rough Tidestone. What up, Skelly? Yeah, you're not ready, man. Alright, nice. Got another power bead. I mean, we'll be taking those. We'll be collecting them. Let's go ahead and throw that on. Fantastic. Right, good stuff. Right, what else do we have? Looks like we have a dragon statue. He's holding something. You're not ready, man. Trust me. Alright, so whatever it is opens up behind the statue. Obviously, we have to interact with the statue. Find a way to open the ancient gates, okay? Got the ancient keystone. That's probably the key, if you will. Tombkeeper Aldrin. Well, he gets wrecked. All it took was a couple of well-aimed spells, I suppose. Alright, we got something big over here, man. Let's slice and dice. Alright, you bet. Find Rhymestone. Okay, we got another Rhymestone. That's good. Crimson Ore. Okay. Rhymestone again. Got a couple of Rhymestones. Not bad at all. Okay, so it looks like our little triangular tablet fits right there, right? It certainly does. But we got a new crystal type. Okay, what is this? Light crystals, maybe? Landstone. Okay, so earth element. Nice. So I want to probably do something with our longsword, right? So we have a little bit of weapon variety. Maybe we make it of earth. You know what I mean? Although landstone kind of seems fun for magic as well. Probably need a couple more of them so we can get it upgraded. Alright, so what do we have going on here? Inspect environment for clues. There's something scribbled on the dirty old paper. This godforsaken dragon riddle looks like it's getting the best of me. For anyone finding themselves in the same predicament, you need to activate the pressure plates in the following order. Right, left, down, up. Right, left, down, up. Right, left, down, up. Okay. But my speed is not what it used to be back in the day. I'm just too slow to reach the last pressure plate before the first one resets. Okay. So right, left, down, up. How about this statue? What is this? Okay, gives you a little clue. Gives you the solution right there. Right, left, down, up. We got it, right? Oh yeah, you bet. Got young legs. Alright, nice. So that looks quite nice. This looks real nice, man. What do we got? Deadeye's compound bow. Okay, so there are other weapons in this too, man. Awesome. Massively crafted compound bow that resonates with mana stones. Equip either as primary or secondary weapon to deal physical damage, of course, man. Yeah, we want the bow. Alright, terrific, man. This game has a lot to like about it. Do we go earth bow? Do we go ice bow? I think I like the idea of ice bow just a little bit better. Pristine rhinestone on the bow. That might be our main weapon. And then we have these land stones. Let's learn a little bit more about this. So impacts. Okay, stun, 20% more damage. And then earthquake. Okay, cool. Oh, that's quite nice. How about that spell effect? And then for the bow, let's try this out, man. Okay, sweet. Yep, I'm sold. Anything else back here? Is this a little secret passage, maybe? Is this some sort of village? What is this? Deep root forest. Arimaya outskirts south. Okay. But there's that other triangular shape, right? We have to put our relic in there. Yeah, what's up, man? You ain't ready. That's right, earth magic, man. Man, that is a nice effect. It just keeps going, too. Terrific. Seems like a triangle-shaped object could fit here. Yeah. We do. Let's use it. Alright, what's behind door number 2? Hopefully, some more treasure, man. Alright, what do we have? Explore the ancient Shiren tomb or something. Okay. Main objective, return to Gadwick in Arimaya Village. Alright. Alright, nice. Okay, so we got some elevated chests. Let's see if we can grab those. What else do we got? I love that there's weapon variety, man. That was one of the questions I had kind of coming into this. Can you get other weapons? And sure enough, you can. We got an awesome bow that is imbued with ice. Okay, so how are we going to get elevated here? How about that? You can ledge grab it, actually. Alright, not bad. Alright, terrific. Healing potion. Feel like it's been a while since we saw one of those, man. It looks like if I press left and right trigger at the same time, we have some sort of special. You see that little bar below my mana bar in the top left there? Looks like it's ready to go. I don't know what it does. Maybe we can try it into a fight or something. Alright, here we go. Let's make sure I don't fall off, but there's got to be something good around here. And then there's a village up next too. I wonder if maybe we can access the crafting. Make this bow even more beastly. I'm in on the bow, man. How about that? A power bead. Terrific. Okay. Well, we know what to do with one of those. Place power bead. And then I think I want to work my way into... What's that one called? Premonition. Right, expertise. It's got to be like crit and stuff. I would assume. All right, so as far as like quests go, turn to Arimaya. Okay, that has been completed. All right, so we have to go through that very bright passage. So let's go. So what I like about this game, you can just like, you can fly, pretty much. The handles are good. That's right, man. You get laid down before you even get up. Alright, let's keep going. Let's get to the village. Arimaya outskirts, south. Okay, that looks ominous. Holy cow. Okay, so there's like a duality with my hero, maybe, perhaps, a little bit. We're in like another world, like a spirit world or something. Obviously something dark lurks. Okay, so now we have orange eyes. Okay, interesting. Wonder what that's all about. We'll surely learn more about it. Should probably use shield more. First, Mana Clash deck. Okay, nearby treasure hunt. Okay, here we go. We're gonna explore more about the card game too. Alright, awesome. I'm here for it, man. Alright, this guy has a barrier. You ain't ready, slime. So he's immune to physical damage, okay? Looks like he's got wind magic. Alright, that broke through his barrier. These slimes are kind of fast, man. Looks like they blow up, too. Man, you can just rapid fire this bow, too. I like it. Right, tide stones. Looks like you can't jump into the water. There's a chest in the wall there. What else do we have? Anything? Doesn't look like it. Gale stone. Okay, so that's wind magic. Attach your armor to increase expertise attribute. Okay, nice. Alright, here we go. Mana Clash playing card. I'm really curious about this card game. I love card games in, like, you know, super adventure games like this. Just to have that option, right? I think we probably want to increase our expertise. This increases intelligence by quite a bit. Be nice to know a little bit more about what the attributes actually do. Okay, so I can equip multiples of these on my magic tablet. So find Tide Stone. Throw it on. Tide Stone. Alright, let's do Pierce. Tidal Blast, yes. And then I want the Gale Stone on my armor. 20 expertise, wind resistance. Okay, so it increases critical hit chance. Not bad at all. And then we can throw on this Rhymestone as well. Let's go acceleration. Alright, I like it. think the question is, so if I look at my little magic bar down there. Okay, so I'm not sure what that is. That is left bumper button. Find Galestone. But right, like, what is that? I'm not sure. That mechanic is not explained. At least yet. Alright, so it looks like we're in the village. Mighty ore. Alright, used to upgrade weapons. Fantastic. Another mighty ore. Sounds good and useful. What's over here? Anything? Isn't a compound bow supposed to reduce recoil? Rough Galestone. Treasure chest in the wall? Alright, you bet. Give me something good, game. What do you say? Crazed Warrior's Signets. Reduces your health and vigor to 50%, permanently increases all damage by 50%. That's crazy. Maybe put together fun builds with that. Alright, what's this guy got to say to me? What's up, man? Hadron.
Hey, Shiren.
Find anything shiny this time or just more scars? Mighty grim, dark visions from that golden tablet you say in the world just shifted before your eyes just now. If what you say is true, then you best find Gadwick back at the village straight away. He needs to hear this. Grim though it is. After that, swing by my forge, yeah. See what I can give to make those weapons a proper spruce up. Well, I like it. That sounds great, man.
See ya.
Alright, yeah. He's knee-deep in grimoires and the like. Well, let's go find this Gadwick fellow. Auric, the Great Card Sage. Alright, so here we go. If you wouldn't mind, I'm in dire need of your help. I'm Auric, one of the 9 card sages. The Great Card Sage, actually lowest rank among us. I need to speak with the Black Sage urgently, but he's gone missing and the tournament's only a few days away. Okay, there's a tournament. Won't speak with me not until I defeat them at least once. And, well, it hasn't gone so well, which is why I'm hoping you might approach them instead. Please take this. It's a humble deck I built myself. Alright, yeah, we'll definitely take it, man. Oh, and if you're interested in learning more about Mana Clash or perhaps obtaining a card or two, stop by my home. It's just a few steps east of the village entrance. Yeah, we'll definitely be doing that. Be learning more about this card game, man. So it looks like we have arrived to the village. A nice village, must admit. Looks good. Alright, so that far building must be where Gadwick is. Looks kind of a place a wizard or a sage or a studier of antiquities and magic trinkets would be. Arimaya Village, though, we have arrived. Alright, so we got a chest right here. Defeat the Great Card Sage. Alright, yeah, we certainly want to do that. Want to learn more about this card game. How about this? We found another playing card. Terrific.
Where have you been?
Got my Mana Clash deck right here. Care to play? Care to show me how to play? Alright, so what do we have? Press Y to select deck. Okay. Alright, so I'm not sure at all what's going on with this. Gambit Flow Coat. Alright, so we got 20 deck cards total. Fire, water, ice, mana stones, physical skills. Okay. So it's a collection of these various things. We have Gedion, the god of combustion, extreme heat. While burning, upgrade each die by 1 tier. At half health or lower, your spells get +2 for each die. Looks like he has a cost of 100 on him. I mean, I don't know anything about this, so... Let's try it out. Alright, so we're drawing cards. Alright, so Gedeon, Sword of Balance, High Roller. Press A to continue without mulligan. So we could redraw our hand. I mean, let's just continue. Alright, so we're gonna have to figure out real time, like in real time, what's going on here. Bloodfang Sovereign, Blade Rush. Your skills get +2 for each die. Whenever your actions roll 7 or more dice, draw 1 card. Okay, roll 4 lesser dice for damage. If at least 2 dice rolls match, inflict freeze. Okay, so we have these spells that are doing damage. Attach. Activate an equipment card and gain 1 mana permanently. Roll 1 major dice and 2 lesser dice for more damage. So can I attach this to equipment that I have out here? Yeah, Gambit Flow Coat. Gain 1 mana permanently. So we will actually activate it, it looks like. Gedeon's considered equipment. Interesting. Start on the Gambit Flow Coat. Now we have another mana. So let's hit him with some fireballs, I think, right? I think so. Let's do it. Fireball spell. Roll them dice. Alright, that's right. I think that was good. I'm not sure, but I think that was good. 13. Sounds good to me. Alright, so it seems like she has some shield. Rolling a 12-sided die. High Tide. Looks like you're doing damage to me, man. Blade Rush. Okay, we're bleeding. Well, it's our turn. Roll for renewal. What does that mean? HP gain in face, of course. So it looks like she's got... So we have 21 armor on our Gambit Flow Coat. She's got 4. So we probably have to break through that first. So let's see if we can go about doing that. How about Flash Freeze? Alright, 6 and 4. Alright, nice. Throwing knives. Ignores armor. Probably save that one. Let's do a Blood Rush combo. Oh, do I not have enough mana? So the mana cost must be that number at the very bottom of the card. 7. Alright, opponent's turn. 11. Just hurt herself for 11. 14. 14 more armor. Lucky for us, we have throwing knives. Draw 1 card, grant renewal. Let's do throwing knives. Pierces armor, right? Ignores armor. Let's get a good roll here, game. Alright, 17. Not bad. That's right, take that 17 points of damage. Alright, so I'm learning that those little stones next to your hero. So for Raiko, it's to the right. For Gedeon, it's to the left. That's your mana, alright? And then the mana cost is bottom mid of each card. Serrated strikes. So it's pretty important, obviously, to have a lot of mana. Blade Rush, that hurts a little bit. And we're bled. Let's get some renewal. I guess not renewal. That was bleed damage. Okay, I see. If any dice rolls maximum inflict bleed, you have. Opponent has burn, double the results. For life drain. Opponent has bleed, rolled +2 major dice. So you want to do this. Is there like different mana types? I'm seeing like red stones next to get on now. Guess we'll have to see. Inflict bleed. Alright, nice. We got bleed. So can I do this then? For life drain. No, I don't have enough mana. Grant renewal. Except for we get odd rolls. So we don't get renewal. But we get high tide back, which is good. I think that's a healing spell, I'm pretty sure. This is gonna hurt. Ouch. Incinerate. Hopefully the armor can block that, man. 7. We have 6 armor. I'm curious why she has so many actions, and I don't. But we're getting whittled down here, man. Roll for burn. Ouch. That hurts so much, man. So we have to win this turn, it feels like. Either that or you go high tide for the heal. If at least 2 dice roll even, you get renewal. So let's get renewal. Come on, game. Alright, nice. Even. Both of them are. Terrific. So we get renewal. Gives us armor back in face, of course. Preparation. Roll 1 major die for armor. If you have a blessing, draw 1 card. Gain 1 mana this turn. Yes. Let's give me that armor, man. Attach an equipment card and gain 1 mana permanently, okay? Alright, well, we'll throw that on for sure. Let's attach it to the sword. That's more mana permanently, right? So, incinerate. We actually might be able to take her out. Come on now. Okay, that's 7. Well, 9. Alright, nice. We got a Tide Stone. That's more mana. Okay, so I'm seeing the importance of these stones. Looks like maybe you have a certain amount of actions, maybe. The opponent has burn, double the result. If both players have burn, triple the result. Roll 3 lesser dice for life drain. So this is life steal, life drain. Let's do it. Blood rush combo. Wow, look at all these dice, man. Holy cow. 86. What? Alright, that's right. We win. I had to figure it out completely and entirely what I was doing, but it looks like we won. So what do we get? Do we get to, like, steal a card from her? Alright, you bet you do. Fantastic. Alright, so it's incentive to just keep playing that card game. To hoard cards for your deck. Alright, cool. So this is that Gray Mage's house. Gotta defeat him. I think we'll do this. And then I don't want this video getting too long. So you'll certainly have to let me know if you want to see some more. I think we're just scratching the surface in a lot of ways. On this very compelling game. I think it's quite nice.
No, I was just nuts.
So we should have probably went to him first. He's going to tell us a little bit more about the rules. Okay, he's got a stone up there. Alright, so let's learn about the official rules. Just grab the notes on the table. Okay, got it. If you win, I'll give you the Chaos Fireball card. It'll fit that get on deck like a glove. So are you ready? Well, should probably review these quick.
Let's go.
Cards you play decide what kind of dice you roll and how many. If a card says it rolls 3 lesser dice for damage, it means you roll 3 6-siders and deal damage equal to the total. When your opponent's health hits 0, you win. Simple enough, right? Yeah, simple enough. To build a deck, you need 24 cards. That's 1 hero card, 3 equipment cards, and 20 other cards. Your hero and equipment cards stay on the board. They define your style and give you powerful effects that shape your whole strategy. Some heroes excel at inflicting magical ailments, while others overwhelm foes with a flurry of rapid physical strikes. For example, the hero I gave you, Get On, goes absolutely wild with spell damage if you somehow manage to burn yourself. I might even have a card that could help you pull that off. The rest of your deck is made up of mana stones, actions, and gambits. Mana stones are your main resource. They raise your mana, but you need to play cards. You can play 1 mana stone each turn by attaching it to one of your equipment cards. Yep, we know that. That gives you +1 mana for the rest of the game and also activates the equipment card's ability. Actions are your big moves, your spells and skills, and gambits are support cards to make those actions even stronger. You'll usually chain a gambit or two into a big action for maximum impact. That's the heart of it. Manage your mana, chain your plays, and let your hero and equipment guide your deck's flow. Do that right and victory is just a few rolls away. Alright, well, let's take this guy on.
No, I was just, no.
Get that Chaos Fireball. And let's see, so, I mean, what else do we have? Maybe that's what Chaos Fireball does. Right, it sets you on fire. Because now that we actually know a little bit more, so Get On. Extreme Heat. While burning, upgrade each die by 1 tier. At half health or lower, your spells get +2 for each die. So, upgrading the die by 1 tier means if it's a lesser die, you get a greater die, right? That's how I read that. Whenever you chain 2 or more gambits into an action, draw 2 cards and roll 1 major die for armor. Okay, got it. I mean, it's definitely coming together a little bit better after I had a little experience with that. So, let's jump in. Don't really feel comfortable deck building at this current point. But I think you probably want to start off with some of these mana stones, right? So we get the Rime Stone, Flash Freeze, High Roller, and Embrace. Let's redraw the starting hand. Throwing Knives, Fireball, Serrated Strikes, and Tidestone. Okay, fantastic. Let's go. Alright, so Tidestone. Whenever you chain 2 or more gambits, when a die rolls maximum, draw 1 card. Your armor depletes to 0 when you roll minimum. Interesting. On odd turns, your skills get +2 for each die. Let's do the sword, man. Right, I like it. And we have 2 mana, so... I mean, this guy has... We could do throwing knives on him. Pierce that armor. Let's do it. Throwing knives. Get it. Pretty poor roll there, man. So for that sword helps bolster the damage just a little bit. And this guy's going to be banging into the armor. Never mind, he gains armor in face. Serrated Strikes. Alright, so 13 coming my way. Well, 19. Alright, Renewal. +3, I mean, we'll take it. Roll for burn. 12. Alright, Fireball. Roll 1 major die and 2 lesser die for damage. Release 2 dice, roll above average, inflict burn. Turn to Ash. Roll 1 grand die for damage. Opponent has burn, double the results. If both players have burn, triple the results. So it appears like we're burning for whatever reason. Not sure what prompted that. Let's go ahead and cast the Fireball. Alright, here we go. Good rolls, man. 41. That's right, burn them down. So maybe that's what that red stone is. That's a burn stack. It's considered a burn stack, maybe. So he is burning, I think. So if I could use Turn to Ash next turn, maybe we could get it done. Let's go Serrated Strikes. He's got no armor. Let's go ahead and inflict that bleed. That's right, get blood, man. Opponent's turn. Roll for burn. That's right, get burnt up. Incinerate. Alright, not a problem. First blood. Inflict bleed. Okay, so he's looking to debuff me. Serrated Strikes. Wow, look at all them dice. We'll die. 39 damage, man. Just calm it down. Alright, roll for burn. Here we go. So he's got 2 burn stacks on him, right? Never mind, that's me. Looks like I have 3 burn stacks on me. Well, let's turn them to ash to triple the results. Hopefully. This gets it done, man. Hopefully. What do we get? 8 times 3. 24, man. We might be looking at an L here. How about that? We won. So he must have been doing something that hurts himself or something. I'm not sure, but we're 2-0 in the card game that I don't fully understand yet. How about that? Chaos Fireball. Roll 1 grand die and 2 major dice for damage. If at least 2 dice roll above average, inflict burn to both players. Okay, so that is the catalyst to get on, of course. I like it. We'll have to mess around with deck building a little bit if you want me to keep playing this game. But I think for the time being, my friends, it's an appropriate time to end the video. So this has been Second Stone, The Legend of the Hidden World. I really did enjoy my time with it. I like the feelings of grand adventure. I like the RPG elements. I like the ability to modify equipment with the various stones and, you know, different things that you can sort of insert into your gear to give you, you know, different stat ups and even different skills and effects. I found that pretty innovative and awesome, frankly. The handles are really, really tight on this game, right? Like you can move around, you can zip around the air, you can, you know, dash around the air multiple times. You got a double jump. The platforming isn't anything too extreme, at least yet. Be curious to see what this demo has to offer, of course. And then we even have a little card mini game to escape from reality for a little bit. And, you know, I think the card mini game, there's some things that I don't fully understand yet, but the card mini game is fun. And, you know, the fact that you get cards by beating, you know, other players, like in Final Fantasy VIII or Final Fantasy IX, right? Those legendary card games. You have to let me know in the comment section below which one you liked better, FF8 or FF9. FF8 for me by a smidge, but both were good. But the fact that you can win cards from, you know, NPCs in the world by beating them in a card fight is really cool. I didn't really see that coming at all. If we were to play another episode of this, and you'll certainly have to let me know if you want to see some more, I would have no problem dumping another 90 minutes into this and exploring the extent of this demo. I'm not sure how long it is, but let me know if you want to see another 90-minute episode. We can go far for sure and check out the main story quest. However, next up we would have the Forge, of course. So that'll be interesting. We'll see what kind of mechanics are at work there. We're getting all those ores. Maybe we can use the ores to upgrade our gear. I'm thinking so. I mean, definitely. What kinds of upgrades can we get, though? Is it just pure stat upgrades, or does it augment, like, the shots of the bow more, right? Like, maybe it does, you know, 5 arrows instead of 3 or something of the like. We'll have to figure that out. And, of course, we have to talk to that one fellow, that one wizard guy, to advance the story. Lots of fun stuff happening. Let me know if you want to see some more of Second Stone, The Legend of the Hidden World. And if you like this game and you want to check it out for yourself, well, there's no really release information yet about the game as far as when it's going to be available in demo form or further on Steam. But I will, of course, link it in the video description below. It's definitely one for the wish list for now, if you like what you saw here today. So, I want to thank you for spending some time on the channel today, my friends. I really do appreciate it. Smash the like button if you enjoyed yourself. Consider subscribing if you want to see some more Second Stone. Would be super happy to play this game again. And yeah, just appreciate you spending some time. So let me know in the comment section below your thoughts. And thanks again. I do appreciate it. I'll be catching you in the next video. Thanks a lot.